Welcome to the program. I'm Craig Cobb, and I want to tell you that our people are going to become extinct on this planet unless you do something. I have here the instructions on how to incorporate a British Columbia society. The requirements call for 1 Canadian, that's me. I have dual U.S. Canadian citizenship, and 4 others. So I need 4 people to participate in this society. The society will be called the Chthonic, Actinoid, Eminences, Greases, Creating Life and Fighting WDNA, Airmore Dungs, of Planetary Extinction. Now, I'll explain some of those words. Chthonic, spelled C-H-T-H-O-N-I-C, really means infernal or underworld, or of the devil, but in fact there is no such place as hell. Hell is cessation of consciousness, or the cessation of your DNA stream as a people, whatever people you may be. In our case, it's the white race. So, chthonic merely means, in real terms, scientific terms, cessation of consciousness. Again, because hell is a myth. It is a non-existent realm created to control minds. Actinoid means having radiate form. I think that's self-explanatory. Eminences, Greases is the plural. And those are beings or personages having power through often uninstigated influence. Okay, creating life. I've been talking about for many months, actually, a couple of years on the program, pushing 2 years, about creating human beings. You know, if you're a gay couple, you can purchase semen or eggs and create human beings. And people do fertility therapies and such. So we want to create 2 beings, initially a boy and a girl, of our people, of our race, high IQ, 170, of particular stature and colorings of eyes and hair. That's our interest. We have the right to do that in some countries, and we think we do in this country with this British Columbia society, which I intend to form. WDNA stands merely for white DNA. That's self-explanatory. Airmore Dungs means assassinations. Now that's a bad word, of course, but we're fighting those who would assassinate us through Hasbara hate or any other method, murder, the dispossession of our people from our indigenous continent of Europe, things such as that. So those are literally assassinations against us. We're fighting against those. When I say fighting, I don't mean militarily or violently, obviously. Airmore Dungs, of Planetary Extinction. So let me read it again. The planetary extinction is obvious. The U.S. Policy Institute says that by 2060 our people will comprise a mere 10% of the United States population. The United Nations says now that we're 8% of the planet, and by the end of this century, a mere 90 years, we will comprise only 2% of the planet. So we are earmarked for extinction unless you personally take action. So you have to do it. Chthonic, Actinoids, Eminences, Greases, Creating Life and Fighting WDNA for white DNA, Airmore Dungs of Planetary Extinction. Okay? It's British Columbia Society. Not having any cost. I'll pay the costs, but I need 4 people who are seriously interested. Also, we will compare the 3 Abrahamic religions, the major religions. We will study those and compare those to creativity. So we will be studying 4 religions. From all the research I've been able to do, technically I think that I can practice creativity in this country, but I can't promulgate it. However, we can certainly study the classic religious scriptures of the 3 Abrahamic religions and quote those scriptures vis-a-vis the creativity scriptures. If one is particularly onerous or bad, I guess we'll find out. Congratulations to Mark Lemire for defeating Richard Warman. I was the mod on bnnforum.com who personally banned Richard Warman when he was posting his axe to grind. Chapter 13 has been defeated by Mr. Hodges. It's ruled unconstitutional in Canada. Now it will have to go before the Canadian Supreme Court. In the meantime, let's form what we'll probably call the truncated version, the chthonic actinoids. And we will also have an explicit and intense interest in this incunabulum, first 50 years of internet media. So if you have high skills, if you're a young, high IQ fellow, or an older one, or muscle fellow, it doesn't matter. What I mean is that we need people that run the gamut of human creativity and abilities. Participate in the internet with us on the chthonic actinoids, and help me form this society legally here in British Columbia, a society to study the 3 Abrahamic religions, to study creativity, to openly post the quotations from those various religions as a comparative religious study, which I've done for about 30 years of my life, actually over 30 of them very intensely. And even more importantly, to save our people from extinction. We want to save our people from extinction. And if you do not understand it, it's up to you. All of the evidence and facts are before you all over this planet. We have the right to survive and to protect our people just as any other people do. So help me form the chthonic actinoids. I'll put my address in the comment section of this video repeatedly. Thank you very much, Pod Blanc. The cell tells me we'll be up very soon. I had to give up my interest in Pod Blanc because of the Hasbara hate of Canada. 1 second before entering Canadian airspace was when that divestment occurred legally. All right. Let's form this British